Utilitarianism, is it fair? Exploring the utility monster and justice. Hello, my name is Julia Marovitz, and I hold the position of Associate Professor of Philosophy at MIT. Today, I would like to delve into the topic of utilitarianism. One aspect of utilitarianism that the example involving Jones highlights is its focus solely on the overall quantity of good that our actions generate, rather than how that good is allocated among various individuals. This is why the fleeting disappointment experienced by billions of soccer fans can collectively result in a greater overall disvalue than the severe suffering of a single individual. According to utilitarian principles, the way value is distributed among people is only significant insofar as it influences the total value produced by our actions. However, this raises a critical question: could this perspective lead to some profoundly unjust distributions of resources? To illustrate this point further, let's consider a thought experiment proposed by the philosopher Robert Nozick. He invites us to envision a being he refers to as a utility monster. This creature possesses an extraordinary ability to transform resources into happiness, far surpassing the average person's capacity. The more money, food, and other resources we provide to this utility monster, the happier it becomes. While a certain amount of resources might bring a normal person a specific level of happiness, those same resources would yield an even greater increase in happiness for the utility monster. From a utilitarian standpoint, it seems to suggest that ordinary individuals should be sacrificed for the benefit of the utility monster, as this would maximize overall happiness. Utilitarians often counter this argument by asserting that such scenarios are unlikely to occur in reality. In fact, they argue the opposite: as individuals accumulate more resources, the additional happiness derived from those resources diminishes. For instance, consider how much more significant a $100 windfall might be for your well-being compared to someone like Bill Gates. Furthermore, that same $100 could have an even more profound impact on the life of a child in a developing country, potentially saving their life, than it would on yours. This phenomenon is known as the diminishing marginal utility of wealth. However, we might question whether this principle is universally applicable. Even if we each experience diminishing returns on wealth, could it be that some individuals act as utility monsters in relation to others? Some people may excel at converting resources into well-being, even if they start with a higher baseline of well-being. For example, elderly individuals, those with disabilities, or people suffering from costly medical conditions may require substantial resources to achieve only a slight improvement in their quality of life, despite already being in a relatively disadvantaged position. Would utilitarianism suggest that we should refrain from assisting such individuals? In my discussion, I have explored how utilitarianism appears to permit actions that many of us instinctively feel are morally objectionable, such as neglecting Jones's suffering or sacrificing individuals for the benefit of the utility monster. Yet, utilitarianism also faces the concern that it may impose excessive demands on us. This tension will be the focus of another video.